How long does a season or a journey to whatever last? Because there truly seems like no end to what I am going through right now. Not just my circumstances, but over the decades. I've had struggle no matter how hard I worked and to be responsible for my own life and myself. There is no end in sight. Today alone, Father's Day, Sunday, I have done nothing but sweat profusely. It began the day before, actually. It was hot and humid at work, and I had sweat throughout the night. Then, the morning, the buses were stuffy, where they are usually freezing at the first cock-a-doodle-doo in the morning. Then, my first job had me on the patio, sweating. My second job had me sweating. The long ass walk I just took had me continuing to sweat. I'm sure I'll sweat throughout the night trying to stay up until morning yet again. Then, on top of being hungry and thirsty, because I can't afford it for one thing, but also not eating after a certain time of evening prevents urges to go to the bathroom. Tonight, at my second job, my trainer was inattentive, lackadaisical in teaching, and didn't have much information despite encouraging me to ask questions. I got through the shift though. I have another training shift tomorrow, which is listed as my last one, which involves serving the managers or a manager. I'll think I get a passing score so I can be on the floor finally. So that was my Sunday. Going back to Friday, I have worked my second job or had worked my second job during the day since I had the day off from my first job on Friday. I needed to get as much training in as possible as quickly. Then I went to go get my bag that I left with my son and went to wash clothes. The day before, on Thursday, I had asked a coworker who had just ended a lease with a roommate if I could sleep there at their place at night for just a week now. I explained that I had two jobs and would only be there to sleep, and I would definitely pay up. We shared at least one job, so they knew when I was getting paid from, again, at least one job. Then they said they would get back to me. After Thursday passed, here comes Friday, and they finally text saying yes, they would host me for a couple of weeks after we discussed it thoroughly when I simply asked for a week. But okay, I guess they were trying to be generous. I would much rather be in a hotel because I just prefer my own space. I was hoping to have a place to properly rest and to bathe until my paycheck finally came. They told me to hit them up when I get a chance, but that's what I said to them because my phone is disconnected and I can't make calls, but I can receive them. Like I told them that more than once. But, anyways, once I finished my clothes after work at the laundromat, I FaceTimed them because I remembered you can use FaceTime on Wi Fi, but I got no response. And then there was no callback. They didn't even respond to my text either that I had sent after the FaceTime. They also barely said hi to me the past few days at work. So I have stuck to wandering until daylight, the next night and the next night. I would not say there was a lack of communication, at least on my behalf, because I explained more than once I can't make calls, just receive them on Wi Fi. But I get the message though. A soft or unspoken no is still a no. I also found out from my kiddo that their grandmother is looking for me for whatever reason. She said if no one hears from me and they won't, I'm not calling none of them people. I'm not calling her, my cousins, or my other cousin. But she's not searching for me because she's concerned about my safety. She's just wanting to be nosy and she's tired of my children reaching out to her. And all she's going to do is act like, oh, that's so sad. Like, honestly, I'm humiliated enough at this point. The last thing I want to hear for 2.5 hours is her digging into my business, telling me what I should have done as if I haven't tried it already, then dismissing me. She doesn't care much about me or her son's kids, so she's not going to offer any help. This is something I knew already, but wanting to be wrong and trying to allow people the space they need or what they said they needed to offer help and understanding and all that. Instead, they chose to abandon me. But I have learned that people aren't just unempathetic and vindictive, but they are eager to enact their hatred towards you, especially if they see you at your worst.